Hey there, Chad here. Thanks for joining me. This is Let's Play Farm Simulator 25 on the new Frontier Forestry map. And this is a picking up right where we left off, kind of. Actually, that's not entirely or even remotely true. I put in probably about 5 hours of work since my last video in this game. I've mentioned that Farming Simulator is kind of a zen game for me. I kind of go and play it when I just kind of need to relax in that. And I've been really busy lately. I haven't had a whole lot of time to jump into this one. I probably could have found a couple hours to squeeze in a video here or there, but with this being the kind of game that I just like to do for fun and not, because I need to get another video out, it just hasn't happened. So I hope you'll bear with me as we work through this map and how this progresses over time. There probably will be some more times where there's a lapse in videos for a bit of time, but I think I need to do that to maintain my sanity and so that I continue to enjoy this game the way I like to enjoy it. So I thought I'd give a quick rundown of what is new and different. Now, I believe in the last video we had indeed plowed this field out and made it a one big field, so we can see that here. So fields 1 and 2 were connected, and I pulled in a big section of open territory there. I have bought land plot 22 and land plot 38 at this point, and have started working on those. Over here I did a lot of pulling out of shrubs. The plan is that there will be like a little road or something that kind of comes through here, maybe have some industry over here at some point, but kind of have a back door into the farmer's market, and then further down be able to go to the other sawmill, the public sawmill that I do not own. The mowing here kind of shows you how far that property line comes. It goes a little, probably right past those trees is where it looks like it is. And I'm going to probably leave these trees in place. I don't have a lot of use for this other than maybe having a throughway. Over here we picked up several of the trees that were bordering the field. I think we're in the field right about now. Maybe not. Oh yeah, when you're walking it'll show up. It doesn't show up when you're driving. Yeah, there we are. We're in the field. Okay. Jump in here. Haven't done anything across the road yet, really. I did do a lot of mowing before the snow hit, and then the snow hit, and I didn't want to collect it all. I thought I'd wait until the snow clears, and then we'll see what that's like. Going in the other direction, I did put in a concrete pad, basically, to start a parking system for my implements. Now I have a foraging wagon over there in the silo that I have gone ahead and purchased, and then this is the concrete pad that'll eventually have some sheds on it. Just haven't gotten quite that far yet. I did buy this wagon. We'll call it a trailer, sorry. It's a good sized one, and it was on discount, so it was hard to turn down. Most of the stuff that I've purchased, with the exception of the forestry wagon, has been on sale. Obviously not the initial tractor, and I don't recall when I got the windrower. So all of this is mowed currently, and the windrower can come in here and straighten this up, and we can pick this all up and do some more silage. Made quite a bit of money on the silage that I did before. Let's take a quick look at that if we can. Come down to finance and finances, and I think it'll show you sold silage, products sold, harvest income. I'm guessing that's it. I think that was the silage that we did. Maybe not. There's harvesting income there too. I haven't harvested anything to speak of, I don't think. Okay, I'll have to check on that. I'm not remembering that exactly. I thought it was broken out, and I haven't looked at it in several days, so my apologies on that. Long story short, though, we made quite a bit of money on the silage that we did so far, and we're going to be able to do a lot more because I have more fields to mow now. So there's that. Over here, what we're looking at here, I'm continuing to clear out some of these trees because this is going to become another large field. I'm going to leave a little bit of a buffer here for some buildings like sheds and things like that for equipment. I do like having some of these trees in here just for flavor more than anything, but we'll see what happens there. And yeah, I think that's about it. Now I have taken out a lot of trees, and I did let this run for a month or two, and as you can see, we still have 58,000 liters of wood processing here in the sawmill. So that's good money that's getting made each month. We did see that on that other screen. So when everything's maxed out, we're making 87,000 a month, which is fantastic. It has clearly paid for itself and several other things. In a couple more months of that, we will probably have to make a decision on if we want to just sell the building, get some of our money back for it, and use the space for something else. I haven't really decided yet. There's wood chips. I took the wood chips that were there. I think that's the last thing I did in the yesterday day for the game, and I did sell those. The market was looking really good for those and made a good amount of money there too. So I'm pretty sure this is, well, I'm not sure if that's grass or not. I'm going to assume it is. Just isn't obvious because of the snow on top of it. Once the snow melts, it'll be a lot easier to see what's going on and where. I think that is most of what I wanted to show off. I could probably pull another tree or two in here, but maybe the better idea is to go and just see what next month's weather looks like and see if some of the snow melts, if there's other stuff to do. All of this could be mowed, and that will be a lot of silage that we can play with. So looking forward to that. Mods, that's something else. I have not added any new mods to speak of, but I can't recall if my last video, if the log loading mods were out or not. I'm not 100% sure, and I am not using the auto load trailers that would load the logs because I'm frankly just dragging these to my sawmill and dropping them off. But the mod for auto loading logs has hit, and it was working pretty well from what I saw. So excited about that. There have been a few new mods. I saw just today for the first time that there is a new map that's out there. I haven't looked at it yet. Haven't even downloaded it, but I thought I'd mention that. One of the exciting things is finding the right map for you. And I like this map quite a bit. I don't know if it's the one I would want to play 100% of the time. There's plenty of things to like about it. There's a few things that I am not crazy about, but that's okay. It's, you know, a challenge to get it to work for you the way you want it to work. We're going to go ahead and put these down, and we'll come back and get them as necessary. So this is all going to be farm field here, hopefully in April. Okay. Get rid of those stumps. And I know this is one of the things where I said I wasn't going to use any unrealistic mods, but the lumberjack mod is just, it's kind of necessary, particularly with how things are right now with forestry. There's still some clumsiness about some of the models. Sometimes you cut down trees and they float in the air. Not like this, where this one kind of makes some sense, but where it's like 8-10 feet off the ground and it doesn't really show you why it's doing what it's doing. Fortunately, that's not what this is, and that's a good thing. We're going to go and grab these. Oh, there it's doing it. Maybe it is going to be one of those that acts really peculiar. Fun for us. Yeah, it's rotating. This is probably not a good sign. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take the other three, and we'll move those today, and then see what else we need to do about that other one that's going to be a little weird right now. Okay. That'll work. And that should work. R and then B. And I don't like how it dragged it a little bit, but okay. Yeah, this is just some of the stuff I'm hoping that they get worked out in the near future for the forestry. And these are minor gripes. There's some folks who have some real serious complaints, and they're not really wrong with what they're upset about. I just choose to try to look the other way and work around those kinds of problems. But lumberjacking mod, very important, at least for now. And in the future, if it makes sense to not need it and we can get rid of it, then awesome, we'll do that. But I just don't think that day is today. So I'm going to deliver these trees and then call it a night. We'll fast forward to tomorrow and see what the future holds. I have noticed the tractor slipping a little bit on snow, which I love. I think that's fantastic. If you try to do circles in that, you'll notice that you don't tend to follow the same path every time. And I think it did that in previous iterations, but I'm just always very impressed with some of the things they've included in how they do this. There we go. That was about 5,000 liters of logs. So jump in our trusty little tractor here. It's actually a fairly big tractor. And we're going to go home. Might see about getting like a one-car carport. Well, actually, probably going to build a bigger house at some point. That's probably the long-term plan. But might get like a one-car carport to park whatever vehicle I'm hanging out in. And let's go ahead and go to sleep, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Okay, well, we still have snow on the ground, so that hasn't been optimal, but it is what it is. Let's take a look at the map view. Okay, actually, you know what else you can do? It's a little cheaty, I guess, but you can open the construction menu and gives you a little bit better view. I probably should have done this pointing out those fields, actually, so you can see the extent of the property. I tried to mow it as close to the property line as I could, and I think the boundary kind of slides a little bit here, so I think that might be the extent. I'm not sure if I can get over here or not. I might not have that right, but I do know that the boundary between here and here changes as you go along. You can get closer to it in places and not quite as close in others, but there you have it. And then going that direction, yeah, we have property all the way up to there. Oh, I did do a little bit of something here too. It was really just mowing. I wanted to see where, again, property lines were in that. It's a little further along than this. I don't know why I cut it. Oh, this is a field. That's why. There's a field here, so I didn't want to go plowing through the field. We can kind of see the outline of the road and then that particular field that we will eventually buy and plant and do fun stuff with. Okay, so coming up soon is going to have to find a place for a silo. And that's part of what I think is going to go in this area where these trees are. I do have this where I'm going to put a shed eventually, or at least some sort of covering for major equipment, major implements. And we'll go from there and see what happens. One last thing I want to do is check out the store and see if there's anything fun for sale. And not really. This is a shallow cultivator and it does 9 meters. That's great. I just don't really need that right now. I've got some stuff like that. This is a pallet carrier, I think. Yeah, that'll transport your pallets. And I'm pretty sure this is a mower. Yeah, I can't remember how this one works. Fairly straight. Oh, it's going to fold out on the sides. Okay, so what's its width? 6.3. That's not too bad. The mower we have looks more like I think I have this one, which is a 10-meter mower. It doesn't say I have that one. Looks like I have the ELO. Yep, I have the ELO, which is a 7.3. So the Vermeer, one step down from there at 6.3. Vermeer, not sure how we say that. I'm sure there are plenty of farmers out there that would be more than happy to tell us how that is pronounced. there you have it. So not going to pick that one up. And the other two, yeah, not something I really need just yet. I'm not even sure I will need a pallet holder. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me. I know there wasn't a whole lot done in this one. In the next episode, I will try to have, maybe I'll go ahead another month or two and be ready to, and there we're saving our content, be ready to farm or at least pick up that silage or something. I'll see if I can pick it up in the meantime. Maybe I'll do some windrowing. That maybe is the smart move. We could plant cotton already. I'm not really interested in doing cotton just yet. I'm kind of holding out for not the corn, but the oat. So oat is next month. Yeah, I'm going to have to kind of get on it. I was going to do oats and then probably some, was it barley? No, barley's late in the year. Barley and canola are late, and wheat is late. And sorghum is one that pops up here in April. We could do some soybeans, although those do use different planters now. I kind of remember soybeans used to be the standard planter or seeder, but now it's a planter that you use for that. I could be misremembering that. Oats, that's the one we're going for. Yeah, so we'll put in some oats in the ground in the next month. So we will definitely, assuming there's no snow on the ground, although I guess we can do it anyway, we will definitely have some video of that at the very latest. And I will probably continue to do a few more logs and get the fields set up how I want them, and then we'll go from there. So thanks for your time, and until next time, fair travels.